Roman Reigns and the Bloodline's Solo Sikoa have waged war on Friday Night SmackDown, and only one man will eventually walk out as the tribal chief. Meanwhile, Zilla Fatu refused to acknowledge either one. Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa walked different paths in the past few months, and the two are now trying to best each other to become the only tribal chief in the Stamford-based promotion. In an interview with Muscle Man Malcolm, Zilla Fatu was asked who he acknowledges as his tribal chief. In the video, the rising Samoan star raised his finger but refused to take Roman Reigns or Solo Sikoa's name. Instead, he praised Waffle House. Earlier this year, the Bloodline lost the gold, which it had for over 3 years around Roman Reigns' waist. The landscape completely shifted and the war for a new tribal chief kicked off on Friday Night SmackDown. However, one Bloodline member is ruling a division. Speaking on WWE Deutschland, WWE Women's Champion Nia Jax was asked if she would like to become the new tribal chief. The champion said she could on technicality as she's the only one with the gold. However, she thinks others can handle it and she doesn't have time to complete the entire ritual. The Bloodline storyline in WWE has taken on a life of its own. What began as a showcase of Roman Reigns' dominance turned into a tale of family loyalty, betrayal, and the ever-complex power struggle within WWE's most famous wrestling dynasty. Roman Reigns, the self-proclaimed tribal chief, has commended the Bloodline with unwavering authority. But as Solo Sikoa has stepped up as a new powerhouse, whispers are spreading. Could Solo be the rightful tribal chief? When a real-life member of the Inoue family is asked to choose between Reigns and Sikoa, the line between storyline and reality blurs. The pressure to choose a side threatens to tear apart not just a fictional family, but a real one, making it difficult for this member to publicly declare loyalty to one cousin over the other. To understand the depth of the dilemma, we have to look at the origins of the Bloodline storyline. Roman Reigns' transformation from WWE's beloved Big Dog to the domineering tribal chief in 2020 was a masterstroke. Under the tutelage of Paul Heyman, Reigns redefined what it meant to lead, taking on a villainous edge that wasn't just about winning titles, it was about demanding loyalty. The storyline gained traction as Roman's cousins, Jimmy and Jey Uso, fell in line, reluctantly embracing Reigns' vision of unity. Solo Sikoa, the younger brother of the Usos, eventually joined the faction, standing by Reigns with a loyalty that seemed unshakable. But WWE fans quickly saw that Solo was different. He didn't just follow orders. Solo was quiet, strong, and seemed to have his own way of handling family matters, often subtly challenging Reigns' authority. When Solo first hesitated in carrying out one of Reigns' commands, fans sensed trouble. The tension reached a fever pitch when Solo started making moves that seemed to suggest he was eyeing the tribal chief position himself. This shift threw the Bloodline's hierarchy into chaos, creating a perfect opportunity for WWE to lean into real family dynamics. Enter a real-life member of the Inoue family. Unlike the characters on screen, he's not a wrestler but a proud guardian of the family's heritage. He's the one who keeps the Samoan wrestling legacy alive through stories, gatherings, and support for younger family members breaking into the wrestling business. His respect for both Roman and Solo runs deep, and he's often been seen ringside, cheering them on. So, when asked in an interview to pick his tribal chief, his hesitation speaks volumes. For him, this isn't a choice between two wrestlers. It's a choice between family legacy and the future of the Samoan wrestling lineage. Roman Reigns has taken their heritage to unprecedented heights, transforming the tribal chief persona into something iconic. Yet, Solo represents the next generation's raw power and independence, qualities that could breathe new life into the family's name. For me, the tribal chief is a sacred role, he says. Roman has done incredible things for our family. But Solo, there's something about him. The way he carries himself, his respect for our traditions, and his quiet strength, it's the essence of what our ancestors wanted. Choosing between them is like choosing between the past and the future. Family loyalty isn't taken lightly in Samoan culture, and the Inoue family is no exception. Their wrestling roots run deep, from High Chief Peter Maivia to the Wild Samoans, Yokozuna, and The Rock. This heritage represents more than fame. It's a way of life that honors strength, resilience, and unity. This real-life bloodline member is all too familiar with the pressures of balancing family pride with personal opinions. Choosing Roman could be seen as siding with stability with the man who's already proven himself at the top. On the other hand, supporting Solo might imply that the family's leadership needs fresh blood, something that could ruffle feathers within WWE and in the Inoue family. I think Roman has made himself into a symbol for our family. But Solo's heart, he's got something rare. He's patient, wise, and I think he'd bring a different kind of respect to the title. But who am I to say? He shares, visibly emotional. In our culture, we don't get to choose leaders lightly. The ancestors choose. This internal struggle is made more intense by the differences between Roman and Solo. Roman is outspoken, calculating, and often ruthless. He's not just a wrestler. He's a tactician who manipulates everyone around him, including his family. His head-of-the-table persona is built on loyalty enforced through fear, a trait that's both respected and resented. Solo, by contrast, is silent but deadly. He doesn't seek validation or control. He simply lets his actions speak. In many ways, Solo embodies the spirit of the family's forebears, quietly powerful, deeply loyal, and bound by a sense of duty that runs deeper than the titles he may hold. For this real-life family member, each represents something important. Roman is the present, a man who's put their family at the top of WWE and whose work deserves respect. Solo represents a grounded, almost timeless strength, embodying the values the family holds dear. Choosing one over the other feels almost sacrilegious. As tensions simmer, fans speculate what the future might hold. Will Roman and Solo be forced to confront each other in a battle for supremacy, or will the two find a way to reconcile their differences and coexist in the bloodline? The real-life family member, though pained by the choice, has faith that the family will find its way. He knows that, regardless of which cousin ascends as the tribal chief, the Inoue family's strength lies in unity in their shared past and in a common respect for each other. Family bonds, after all, are not as fragile as they seem in the ring. The bloodline has always been about more than one person, he says. Roman's brought us to new heights, and Solo has the spirit of our ancestors in him. I don't need to choose, and maybe that's the point. Maybe the next chapter is about finding a way forward together. This real-life decision to stay neutral, at least for now, speaks to the timeless struggle of choosing between tradition and innovation. For the Inoue family, it's about more than wrestling. It's a reminder that while tribal chiefs may come and go, family ties remain. The choice may not be his to make, but he knows the bloodline's future, whether led by Roman or Solo, will honor their shared legacy.